There's an army of you. There's only one of me. I haven't had a fight for years. And I'll talk. I'm happy to talk. But there is no way that I am fighting.
It all began with Morte d'Arthur. Then came Camelot and a million other versions of this story of the king who created the Round Table. In this case, Charlie Hunnam plays the king, Arthur, and I talked to him about working with a very specific director, a man we all know, Guy Ritchie.
First of all, there's a real energy to the work. It's very visceral. He's interested in characters that are sort of everymen that are called to do extraordinary things. And generally just there's a cool factor
There is.
to all of his work. But I agree, there's something in his directorial sensibility that puts him apart from everybody. When I was told Guy Ritchie's King Arthur, I said, I get it. And it's brilliant, and I want to be a part of it.
How is this King Arthur different from what they're going to be expecting King Arthur to be?
Well, I think there's two things that Guy did which were very, very clever. They are connected in this. The Arthurian legend is long and sprawling, sort of Odyssey-esque tale with all of these wonderful characters that come in and out. And so what Guy very wisely did was said, let's liberate ourselves of having to tell the whole story, and let's just work on the first chapter, which is basically taking Arthur from nothing to making him king.
The stone.
Exactly, the sword and the stone. Let's concentrate on Excalibur. And so within that, we were able to put much more nuance into the journey of the sort of classic hero's journey of taking a man from the ordinary world and putting him on this grand quest and making him ascend to like a greater version of himself. And so within that, what Guy did, which is I think a grand departure from what anyone else has ever done, is made King Arthur ignoble at the beginning. You always see the noble version of Arthur who recognizes the importance of his noble quest and does his best to become the noble king. And Guy said, what happens if this is just a little sort of gangster with a heart of gold who's presented with this grand quest and says, you know what, I don't want it. What happens then? I always really enjoy talking with you, man, so thank you so much.
I'm Patrick Stoner.
Flicks with Patrick Stoner explores the craft and culture of filmmaking that enhance our communities for television stations and websites around the country.